You could, I think stock is 800, and then you 900 or 1,000. I don't know yet. So, but I'm running at. I think I'm going to run it at 900. But the Pi 5, no issues at all. Smooth as can be, dual receives, with the bandwidth, 192,000. You know, so you get quite a bit of the band up on both displays, and so it worked out good. So I'm learning. It's just very slow. I don't understand it. I have to learn more of the commands. And in the G2, they're doing something different. I believe they're using the eMMC memory as well as the SD card. So, you could copy to the SD card, but when you want to make the change, you got to write it to eMMC. Now, I don't know if he's using the eMMC so that you can't change it, like that's permanent. You could always go back and dig it. To go back and restore, and then maybe it runs off the card. I'm not positive how that's all working yet, but we do have the GitHub directory. So everything, all the Saturn software and the P2 app and the FPGA flash is all in that GitHub directory. And then when I installed the new Pi, it created a Pi directory in, Pi HBSDR in the home directory. So I don't know. But yeah, I had it almost there, and I don't know. It's not loading. If the software loads up, it gets to the point just before the screen comes up, and with the Pi HBSDR. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have to learn. There's something with the install that didn't go right.
N4 QNT. No, yeah, I hear you, and I kind of fumbled a little bit myself with the G2 with the Pi. I was attempting to do step by step or even copy and paste. That works okay sometimes, but man, for some reason now I can't get my the HP SDR to start, the HP Pi SDR, whatever it's called. So that program, and I was eager to use that with the upgrade, but I did something. But it's still it boots, everything's fine. I can run Thetis, but when I go in and double click the Pi HD SDR program, it won't start. So I don't know. I got somebody sending me a clone of their card. But like you said, maybe that might not even do anything because I might have wrote to the the other PROM, the other chip in there. So we will see. A little dilemma, but hopefully we'll figure it out.
So this is how I look at it. As soon as I know, you'll know. It's going to take a little time. I told my friend Doug about it. I got to send him pictures. So when I boot up Pi, I boot it up in the command prompt. So you can see each command going and where it fails. So I think it's a symbol. It stops at failed symbol RX ASSQL something symbol RX ASSQL something like that. I got to take a snapshot of it, but that's. I don't know who, maybe, what's his name there? Van Whalen, the guy, I forget his first, Christopher, DL1YCH. Maybe I'll email him and ask him what that's about, and maybe he'll give me some guidance on it.
Well, you certainly do that, and I appreciate it too. I know a couple of weeks ago, man, you sent me good stuff. I appreciate that. And
test 1 2, test 1 2. 0 RF is going out. Just testing audio.
Try to keep things good info, and we learn from experiences too. So good stuff. But yeah, just wanted to write those down, Richie. I appreciate it. I'm really enthused with this Duo. What a great piece of equipment. It controls my whole shack. Everything is plugged into it. I got the PCs going, the laptop, the big PC, the desktop. The TV, the satellite, whatever comes out of that for audio is in there. I pipe the whole shack into this thing. It runs everything. So, and of course it could do transmit audio for amateur radio, which is superb. The KRK rocket system, subwoofer, big satellites, listening to MP3, listening to music, the Bluetooth off the phone with the playlist. I mean, this thing rattles the whole house. So what a great little piece of equipment. All right, I'm going to venture out. I need to hit the road here and do the quick half-a-day Saturday, and we'll catch up. I really appreciate the info. 7-3, man. N4QNT. I'll listen out.
Very good. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy with it. I love it. I wouldn't use anything else with Detus. It's the only audio interface I would use out of all of them, even the Apollo stuff. And there's another thing. So run RX1, run the main RX on main microphone and main speaker. And then run the second RX on the chat. Run it on chat microphone and chat speaker. And just remember to go into Windows settings and under the microphones. So, one comes up and you set the level for the microphone. Well, don't forget to go into the sound settings where you actually click on it and click on properties and then reset the level there as well, or in the sound settings that expands, that shows you the priority apps, and it'll say default or whatever. You could adjust the volume there, but I did it in the properties for each microphone. So for the main microphone and the chat microphone. So RX2 on the chat, receive and transmit, and RX1 on the main. And no issues, no blips, no nothing. I get no loss, no stuttering. In fact, I could bring the buffer size down to 8, from 2048 down to 8. Don't make a difference. Gets rid of a little bit of an echo when you're running both receivers on the same frequency. So, and then I tried to determine, am I really saving latency or nothing like that? And not really. So I'm back at 2048 on the buffers there. So, all right, Art, 7-3 for now. Enjoy your day at work and have a good day. M4QNT, KC2ZUR.
All right, 7-3, Richie. Take care. N4QNT. We're going to shut it down.
Yo, cousin, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, man. How are you? I haven't heard you in a dog's age.
Yeah, what's going on? How you doing? How you feeling?
Great. I could see, Ray. I could see all the menus now.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that you're on the opposite side of that eye operation.
Yeah, I gotta get the second one done very soon, so I can't wait for that one to get done, and I'll be home another week for that, and I'm good. Then I could see like a young kid again. I'm looking a tree 500 feet away. I see the birds sitting on the branches now, and before it was just a blur.
I'm telling you, that's awesome to hear. Back in the day, if you jerked off too much, you go blind. I find when you get older, if you keep jerking off, your eyesight gets better.
reverse effect. But I kept cleaning the windshield on the car, the inside, the outside. I mean, I'm like, wow, maybe the dirt is caked up. I was ready to go buy one of those, those buffers that you polish the car with. I was ready to go buy one of those buffers and do the windshield. Well, anyway, I get in the car now. I'm like, it's clear as can be. It's like unbelievable. It's like there's no glass there. That's how clear it is. And I discovered my car's not tan, Ray. All this time I thought the car I bought was tan. It's pearl white.
Unbelievable. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
I got home, but here's the bad part. I got home, right? I mean, this is bad, but I'm not proud of this. But, you know, I couldn't see. I get home, and I'm looking, oh, my God. I cleaned the floors. I got to clean. I couldn't see. I've been cleaning all week.
You're seeing all the crap on the floor. That's unbelievable. Isn't that amazing?
Or, you know, remember I told you I got white tile. So anything, you know, dark, I don't see against the white. And I looked, I go, oh, my God. Oh, boy. So, yeah, so I've been mopping, cleaning, spraying bleach around. Oh, boy, Ray. That's all I've been doing. Vacuuming. I mean, I went nuts.
Hey, let me know if you're interested in selling that 101 Delta. Doug is looking for a radio, and I may buy it for him as a surprise. Over.
Give me for it. That's the question. You know, I don't want to take a beating. Otherwise, it doesn't do nothing.
Well, I see him on QTH for anywhere from 27 to 2800. So that's about the going price for him. 2800.
That thing cost me $35 and change from HRO.
Yeah, there's only 3 of them on QTH for 2700. Anyway, think about it. Let me know. Give me a price if you want to do that. I'll send you a check.
I'll think about it and let you know.
Hey, I'm heading out. I'm heading up to HRO. I'll catch you later. You have a wonderful day. KC2ZUR,
NR1R, KC2ZUR. Have a great day. I got another audio compliment today. And I'm not even running 4. I'm running less than 3.5.
Yeah, you sound great. You've got that really dialed in well. Sounds awesome.
Thank you. Well, you know why, Ray? I learned that boom, boom, all that, it was wrong. Everybody's doing it wrong. And all they're doing is distorting the audio. I could bring it into it, but it doesn't sound clear, and you don't sound natural. All right, have a good day.
You know, this new microphone that I had was so bassy, I had to take it and wrap the side of it with tape to shut the bass response ports off. And then it sounded good, so the microphone comes apart. You can unscrew the shell, you know, the shell of the microphone. And I wrapped I put a QSL card around the element, and then I put the shell back on. And I was able to dial all the bass out over.
Okay, so it didn't let the airflow all the way through.
Yeah, it shuts the bass response ports off without having the microphone look stupid, you know?
What kind of mic?
This is the M70 Pro X-Ray from Biodynamic.
70 Pro. Well, it sounds good, Ray. Let me do a recording if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it. I've never heard this microphone. KC2ZUR from NR1R.
Here it is.
I've never heard this microphone. KC2ZUR from NR1R. Oh boy. All right, hey Richie, take it easy. I'll catch you later.
Ray, I'll 7-3s and I'll catch you later. Yeah, I have a fan club out here. They're jealous. They're very jealous of me. I don't know why. I tell everybody this is America, land of opportunity, right? Land of opportunity. I work a job and a half every week, right? 60 hours a week I work. Don't, you know, if you don't have something, don't blame me. You shouldn't be on the radio. Go out and get a second job. What?
You know, I never ever asked you this. Are you married?
Negative. I was, but Nope, no more.
Oh, cool. Okay, no big deal. All right. Enjoy your day, man. We'll catch up with you. By the way, I woke up this morning. I looked out the window at 5 o'clock. There was an inch of snow on the ground. I get up about 8 o'clock, looked out the window. The grass is green, over.
Quick. Well, it's rain. I thought we had something here. We had a little bit of, like, a little flurry mixed with the rain, like, I guess sleet. And then it just turned to rain. And there's nothing sticking. It's just drizzle right now.
All righty. Have a nice day, man. You sound great. Keep it up, NR1R.
Great. 7-3 is NR1R, KC2ZUR. The scratch is going da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, CQ. Big deal.
He has the intelligence of a pea, man.
Just to act like that, anybody who acts like that. So they can't join the conversation because they just can't fit in with the lingo, I guess.
KD2WOW.
There's Marcy. KD2WOW. Good morning.
Good morning, Richard. It's good to hear you. Ray asked you a question I wanted to ask you for a long time, if you were married or not. I was just wondering, if you were married, how your wife let you buy all this stuff that you got another amplifier coming yet, and it's kind of entertaining. But thank you, Ray, for asking that question. I'm doing good today, Richard. I hope you're doing good. I have a problem with my right eye for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to work on that today. Back to you for a minute. Let you catch up. KD2WOW.
We're doing good. But, the trick is, I don't just work a full-time job. I work 60 hours a week. It's a job and a half. I've been doing that for 25 years. Overtime is how we earn the money. We don't just we just don't make what we make on 40 hours. And it just, you have to put the extra. I'm no rocket scientist. I'm blue collar. The more you work, the more you get. Let the immigrants learn from the immigrants. We get people from South America. They work every hour they can get. They work another 10 hours, 20 hours more than I do. They don't want to go. They just earn the money. But you know what? They're pretty smart, because by the time they hit retirement, and they all live well. They all got new cars, new everything, and, the latest and the greatest. But they work. And you got to commend somebody for that. And that's how you get ahead in life. You got to make the sacrifice and you work. You don't work, you get nothing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm on salary, so I'm retired. I'm on fixed income. I'm on salary. Yeah, we get no overtime. Actually, we have to work 10 hours of overtime for free before we get 1 hour of straight time. It's pretty pathetic, but that is the way it is with salary jobs. I do, however, have rental properties, so that's kind of like a second job. And there are times that I put in 50, 60 hours a week, and yeah, if one wants things in life, to be comfortable, one has to work and sacrifice and do that kind of thing. There was a famous quote from somebody that says, people are afraid of work because it's disguised disguised as, no, they're afraid of success because it's disguised as in blue jeans and like dirty hands and work or something like that. And that is true. So, but you're right about everything you're saying. So back to you. Oh, you know what I wanted to say about the sound of this microphone. You know, I have a Heil Pro 7, and right now it has, apparently the Pro 7 has there's two different microphones you can get on them, and there's an Icom microphone, and then there's a Yaesu Kenwood microphone element. Well, I have the Icom element, and I use this headset also on the Yaesu without changing the element. I'm wondering if that is a problem or not. If I need to get the Yaesu element for my DX10 and my 991A. So I'm kind of looking at that right now. I just don't want to get any more stuff. So, all right, so back to you, Richard. Back to you. KD2WOW.
I think you missed the guy. Ray would be the guy there. I'm not sure about the Heil stuff. So you got the Heil for the ICOM, and you use it on the Yaesu. I guess if it works, it works. But you can't use the Yaesu on the ICOM because the ICOM has voltage on the audio line. So I guess you could use, if it works, you could use the ICOM on the Yaesu. Probably don't make a difference. I don't know what type of microphone they use. If it's a condenser microphone, a dynamic microphone, you know, condenser microphones, you need the power. That's what the ICOM has. And a dynamic microphone, no power required. So, I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. I'm not familiar with what you have, but I'll give you a playback, what you sound like to me right now, if you're interested.
And right now it has, apparently the Pro 7 has there's two different microphones you can get on them, and there's an Icom microphone, and then there's a Yaesu Kenwood microphone element.
And there you go. You sound fine to me.
You know, I'm on the Icom with Icom element. They have an IC Electric, which comes with the Icom headset, and the dynamic element comes with the Yaesu. And you are 100% correct. They mentioned with one of them there is a voltage, and the other one there is not. I didn't really delve into it too deeply, but you hit it right on the head. You are very knowledgeable about many things, Richard. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I don't know, I'm going to poke around with this. I'm going to see, I'll probably send a letter to Heil. They're very good at responding. Actually, Mr. Heil, last time I sent an email to Heil 2 years ago, Heil himself responded, and I was shocked. But I still have the email. But anyway, I'm going to send them and I'm going to ask them what to do. You can buy these elements. They're like $70 or something like that. But I don't want to change elements every time I change the head. Every time I change radios. So that means I got to spend another $300 on another headset. So I don't know. I will see what happens. Let's see. Back to you, Richard. If you want to say anything, or anybody else that wants to jump in. KD2WOW.
I look at it. Marcy, you can afford it. Treat yourself, and don't even bat an eye. That's all. Life is short, and do whatever you want to do. You can afford it, and you worked hard. You deserve it. Yeah, Bobby Heil. He passed away recently. He might have still been, and I know he sold the company not too long ago. I don't exactly remember when he sold it. But you might have got a hold of him when he was still owner or still running it for him, for the new owner. But he's gone now. He passed. A great man. Did a lot for the hobby, the music industry, the telephone company. The man was a great man. In fact, the ARRL should put an award up for him and put him in Newlington. Put a plaque on the wall in his honor.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him. He was actually a big ham radio enthusiast, and a lot of his products are based around ham radio, which I was surprised. Well, when I ordered this Pro 7, I did a little bit of research into the Heil company and him, and he was big on amateur radio. So we have him to thank for a lot of the stuff that is out there for ham radio. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, it's another $2.99. I guess I could throw money at it. Oh yeah, Richard, why are you getting another amplifier? You must have like a closet full of them by now, and you are waiting for yet another one. What gives, Richard? What gives? Back to you.
No, Marcy, I don't know. I don't know what to do with myself sometimes. No, I'm not getting another one yet. Not yet. I just got my new Lux, my second Lux Wednesday, so that was delivered. In fact, I opened up the main box. I didn't even open up the inner box yet.
I guess that's what I'm thinking about, because I was listening to you last week, and you were mentioning that you're waiting for a new amp, and that must be it. So it came, and you said, "Yay, it came." And you opened up the box, the first box. You said, "Yep, there it is." Okay, and there it sits, Richard. the thing. Hey, if you ever want to get rid of anything, let me know. Let me know. I might be interested in some of your stuff. I'm sure it's taken well care of, because I'm sure you massage things occasionally and polish them. But I know you take good care of your stuff. KD2WOW. I don't know where Brian is today. Probably a little bit late night or something. So back to you.
I don't know. Well, when they get on, they get on. They sleep late, I guess. What are you gonna do? I'm an early bird. I'm used to being up early on the weekends, mess around with the equipment, see who's out here. I enjoy it. Yeah, I have plenty. I don't even use the stuff, Marcy. I don't know. I have a lot. Don't even use it. But I don't want to sell it because I don't like dealing with people. That's the sad part. I'm not a hamfest type of person. I don't like dealing with people. It's just I don't know. You gotta find out on your own. I've been in this thing. I've been doing hamfest since I was 14 years old. I used to go with my dad and I did a lot of them when they were big and they were abundant and there were plenty, and you end up dealing with certain people and you don't even want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I kind of have the same feeling about dealing with people. Anymore. I mean, the last few years especially. It's hard to tell who you can trust anymore with anything. It's like everyone's out for a dollar, and they don't care about other people anymore. It's just about $1. And it's not the way I was raised. So
It's kind of declined quite a bit.
C-Trons.
Really?
No.
Well, granted, most people don't do that.
Look at Verizon and Samsung and all of these people who are selling this stuff, and the i people, iPhones, and those guys are making big bucks. They're the richest people in the country today.
About 500 watt. You get a good 500.
WA3JJTWA3ZYO.
Hearing stories, the new equipment you get and what you're doing with it. I haven't heard you talk about your tuner much. I haven't heard you talk about the amplifier much. So I guess you pretty much got the hang of it. So now you're in.
Got the SWR pad there. Retune the transmitter. I'm on the T368 here this morning with the RCA AR88 as the receiver and the 40 meter full wave loop. So that's the setup here today. So okay, on the AL82, I don't know, I forget what microphone.
I want to get one of those, I think it's a Newman TLM 103. That's the last thing I'm going to do. And then I'm done. I can't do another thing. And just the projects, the Raspberry Pi projects and the Linux projects, mess around with different types of software. But I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, my hang up with the amplifier, the tube amplifier was, I felt that there was something I was missing with tuning the amplifier, with the plates and grids and crap like that. And I was missing what was called dip the plate or dip the grid. I was missing that, and I wasn't quite sure how to do that, and I'm quite sure what that meant. However, after some searching, I found a YouTube video on it where the ham is showing exactly what that means by dipping the plate or dipping the grid. So that actually filled in the void for me that I was missing. And I needed to have that before I felt comfortable with the amplifier and not turning it into a pile of ashes. So I'm good with that now, the amplifier. Let's see, that microphone you're going to get, I'm going to have to check that out and see what that is. Because anytime you mention products, I always check them out because you're pretty good with that kind of stuff, and you always get good stuff. You really do. You get high quality stuff. Richard doesn't buy junk. Oh, and I was looking at, actually, when you first got, I think, that Lux amplifier, I went to that website and I saw that they had a kit. And I thought, oh, I know how to do kits. My father taught me that when I was 12. He threw some kits at me. But then they don't have them anymore. So I thought, oh, darn, well, then I can't do that. So then I looked at the price and I thought, well, I don't know if I need to throw that much money at an amplifier. Having never had one before, I didn't know if I would like it. So I didn't think throwing $3-4 grand at something I never tried before it was a good idea. So that's why I did not go the route with the solid state amplifier. So anyway, back to you or anyone else that wants to join our conversation. KD2WOW.
Telling you, when you first came on with the amp, dip the plate. The reason for dip the plate is when you dip the plate for minimum plate current, and if the amp, it's new, it should be properly neutralized, you have maximum power at minimum plate current. It's supposed to have that. So you find the minimum plate current, and then when you keep turning it, after minimum, it'll rise. And you go back, you get minimum, and you keep turning it in the other direction, it'll rise. So you find the dip, and that's it. You don't have to tune it no more. Then advance the power, adjust the load. The dip never changes. You dip the plate, you don't touch the plate no more. All you do is you change the tune of the load as you increase or decrease drive. That's it. And a little trick on the load, when you tune the load, you want to tune it a little higher in the number than full power. So you're going to turn it a little more, and what's going to happen is you may lose 25, 50 watts, but then the grid current drops way down, which is better for the tube.
Yeah, see, what you just explained to me, okay, the instruction book that came with this Ameritron, it's actually a very detailed instruction book, but they leave out little kind of, they don't kind of tell you every little tiny little thing. Otherwise, it's going to end up to be too long of an instruction document, not just a few pages of instructions. But it's always important for me to get like words from experience, like what you just told me, and which the instructions don't really say in detail. So I wrote that all down, Richard, actually. So and that's kind of what I am doing now. And I have replaced the tubes in this with the more robust tubes, just because I did that. And now I have an extra set of tubes if I need them. They're the stock tubes. But we're coming along with the amp. It's I kind of like it. I like playing with the knobs and stuff like that. It's kind of fun. I'm a knob dicker. So yeah, I'll do that. Maybe someday I'll get a solid state amp. I don't know. But right now I'm playing with microphone elements, and I probably will delve into this mic for the Yaesu. I probably will do that. KU2 WOW.
Very good, Marcy. Yeah. Well, the only reason I have the experience, my first ham radio was the Yaesu FT101EE, and basically it's a little tube amplifier in the radio, so you have to tune it. And so I learned at a very young age. I think I was like 13, 14, and then I had the matching amplifier that went with that as well. So I've been playing with amplifiers since about 13 years old. 14 years old with the external amplifier, the bigger one that matched it. But all the older radios, the amplifier had it was solid state and then tube amplifier, so hybrid. And you go about 100 kilohertz and you'd retouch up the pre-select, and you go about 150 kilohertz. You could touch up the load a little bit on the plate. It all depends on what band you're on. But higher in frequency, it's more broadbanded. The lower in frequency, it's more narrow. So you have to tune it a little bit more when you dial the VFO around. Everything was manual back then. You didn't have digital readout. You had numbers on a VFO that was backlit. It was like discs with numbers. And, you had to calibrate the radio. You had the 100 kilohertz and the 25 kilohertz, and you would, turn it and zero beat on that and set the dial if it was out a little bit. Then I also had the matching digital display. So yeah, we did some. You would go to WWV and hope that the crystal alignment was right, which it was out usually a little bit, the crystals from one another. So they were, but that was all manual. That was when you had to operate a radio. So I started way back then, and so I did all the manual amplifiers. In fact, I didn't have a solid state amplifier up until about a little over a year ago. And then I got the Mercury III, but everything was tuned. I always tuned. All my amplifiers were tubes. And so I got quite a few of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I haven't used some of them in a while. And but when I get the room set up, I'll probably put them all in line. I'll probably have to get a table and make that the amplifier table and just, use a switch box to switch in different radios or whatever. We'll see what happens. But now that I'm going solid state, I don't know. So we'll see. I don't want to sell them. Same thing. I got the stuff. I don't want to sell them. Don't want to deal with anybody. I'd rather give them away one day than just sell them to somebody who wants them for nothing. Anyway, I want to make a cup of coffee, and hopefully somebody else come out here. You can talk to them for a while. I'm kind of a little bit talked out, to tell you the truth. I've been out here quite some time, and I was originally testing, and I'm pretty much done with the testing, and I don't think I'm going to get it to sound any better than what it is right now. I keep going back and forth to the same settings. Every time I make a change, I end up going back, or I move it a little bit and I end up going back. I don't know. I think I got it. So, all right, Marcy, have a great morning. I'll be listening. I'm going to just get a cup, maybe, and hopefully other people get in there and get the frequency rolling. So, KD2WOW, this is KC2ZUR.
Well, Richard, you sound just right. You sound excellent all the time. You really do. Yeah, go get your coffee. I'll hang out here. I'll try to hold the frequency down so we don't get any invaders, or what would you call them? Anyway, I'll stick around. KD2WOW. Go ahead. N2XBM? Is that what that is? KD2WOW.
November 2 X-ray Papa Mike, already here in Long Island. Are you the one that's looking for the amplifier, or is Rich looking for the amplifier?
I don't know. I know Richard just received an amplifier. That's where we were just talking about that. And I just got an amplifier about 3 months ago, so I'm kind of good with that for right now. It's my first amplifier, so I'm still in my learning curve. But go ahead with more information if you'd like to share it. KD2WW.
Okay, very good. The name here is Artie, by the way, Alpha Romeo Tango Indy Echo. I'm in Western Nassau. Yeah, no, just that very good source a lot of people go look at when shopping around for anything. It's EGAM, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike.net. You can basically peruse their website almost on anything and everything and find out the information you need to know as far as making a decision as far as purchasing goes. By looking at a thing which is critique from other hands about the device or devices that you're interested in, and then you can make a decision. Here we're running there's a ACOM 1010 amplifier using a random wire as the word is used. Right now, I have the amplifier on right now. I'm exercising it right now. The band seems to be up and down right now, so and that's it pretty much. I did hear basically before that plenty of some of the folks maybe still within an earshot of the radio, and dealing with either the white stuff or the rain. White stuff north and west of New York City. The rain anywhere other than that is pretty much rain, and coming down a good clip today. Rain, we can expect about 2 to 3 inches of rain today, which is and have to deal with the snow that other people are dealing with, anywhere from 6 to 24 inches. So with that, back to you.
Well, nice chat with you, Artie. N2XPM. Yeah, where we are, I am in the middle of New York State, at the Pennsylvania border. Right now, we are exactly on the line between snow and rain. We are in the mixed section, which on my map is pink. They're kind of like that kind of color. But anyway, that's what's coming down. It's a mixture of rain and snow and sleet and stuff like that. It's not a day to go out and do anything, really. So I'm going to do this today, I think. I'm comfortable right now. So, yeah, Richard has some amplifiers, and he likes them, all of them. Originally, I was looking at, I think it was a Mercury amplifier I was looking at originally. But I decided on a tube, so I can get some experience, tuning everything up. And I'm glad I got the one I did, because it's something I needed to know how to do. I mean, I read about doing all this stuff and about the Pi networks and other networks that are in there. But reading and doing are two different things. So this gives me some experience with the stuff I read about when I studied for my extra. So, okay, so back to you, Artie, and to us again.
About 50% of that. The audio dropping quite a bit. All right, we'll wait for Rich to come back.
Okay, Artie. Yeah, I see that the band is kind of drying up here on my waterfall here. It was brightly lit with all different colors about an hour ago, and now it's fully lit. So, yeah, I was a little sure what kind of condition it would be today. So, just stay with my 100 watts for a while and see what happens. So, KD2WOW.
Yeah, I went to Nathaniel Green and Slater and then moved south, but grew up playing Fairlawn, Kentucky Fairlawn Little League, was a Boy Scout there.
Five Alpha Kilo X-Ray.
MI7WPX, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. My name is Nick, Norway, India, Charlie Kilo. Back to you.